In today's world of fantasy stories, there are some that really stand out, capturing people's imaginations and taking them to incredible, complex worlds filled with emotion. One of those standouts is Solo Leveling, a series that's been a huge hit since it started. It's not your typical isekai tale, but it still managed to redefine its own rules and become a global sensation. Solo Leveling is a manhwa, like a Korean version of manga or Western comics. People everywhere are buzzing about it, and it's gained millions of fans in just 5 years. Plus, the anime adaptation that just came out is already being called one of the best of the year. Based on the South Korean manhwa of the same name by Chugong, Solo Leveling is packed with action and fantasy. After some crazy supernatural stuff goes down, portals start popping up all over the world, leading to dungeons and areas full of dangerous monsters. At the same time, some humans go through what's called an awakening, getting unique magical powers that help them fight these monsters. That's how hunters came to be, and our main guy, Jinwoo, is one of them. He's known as the weakest hunter ever because he's in the lowest rank, but he might just prove everyone wrong. The anime kicks off with Jinwoo's second awakening, surviving a terrifying double dungeon that wipes out almost his whole crew. Just as he's about to bite the dust, this mysterious program called the System picks him as its only player and gives him this crazy ability to level up endlessly. Knowing weakness is one of the key concepts of the manhwa. In the first couple of chapters we got, the focus is on Jinwoo's life before all the action. He was known among hunters for being pretty much useless in battles and survival skills. People felt sorry for him and even kept an eye on him when they went out to the portals. Despite the danger, he kept going into these places with just perseverance and a beat-up knife, far from what you'd expect for such dangerous spots. Jinwoo eventually became strong, but not just because of the powers conferred to him by the System. He was strong because he knew exactly what it meant to be weak. As the weakest hunter, he was often mocked, criticized, and belittled, tasked with only menial tasks such as mining mana crystals and carrying equipment for the raid team. Yet despite all the dangers involved, he persists. His strengths as the weakest hunter is best exemplified in the double dungeon. His weakness turns into strength as he recognizes his powerlessness in the face of overwhelming adversity. He was quick to realize the conditions to clearing the double dungeon, that is, to obey and revere the commandments set out by the monsters. This eventually led to him sacrificing himself, saving the rest of the team. And because of this, he was bestowed the power to level up endlessly. The willingness to accept your weaknesses in the interest of self-improvement is a vital strength, and I am sure it will play a central role in your personal and professional success too. Even after the System granted him extraordinary powers, surpassing that of his former raid group in the double dungeon, he did not bear any resentment towards them. He could have exacted revenge, yet he didn't. Put yourselves in the shoes of Jinwoo. Could you have forgiven those who have betrayed you in the double dungeon? Exactly. Yet Jinwoo remains humble. He isn't consumed by his newfound power, nor does he flaunt them. Furthermore, we see the merits of humility take effect. As later into the anime, Song, his former raid mate, took the brunt of the slaughter of Kang Taishik, an inspector from the Hunters organization, an act of gratitude for Jinwoo's sacrifice. Being humble also leads to confidence, not overconfidence. He calmly assesses his strengths against every opponent, being careful not to underestimate any one of them. This ties back to the idea of knowing what it means to be weak as well. As a result, he was able to surmount any challenge, leading to greater heights. In this story, another reason Sung Jinwoo fights as a hunter is to take care of his family. His mom is in a coma, and his dad isn't around anymore. So it's up to Jinwoo to earn money as a hunter to support his teenage sister, Sung Jin-ah, who's in high school. Even though Jinwoo isn't the strongest guy, he can't give up when Jin-ah relies on him. That's why he keeps on fighting. One of the biggest lessons from Solo Leveling is how important family love is, and how it gives us strength to get through tough times. Jinwoo's love for his family makes him risk his life every day, no matter what challenges he faces. His sacrifice for his sister is really touching and something to admire. When we see his example, it reminds us that love is the strongest force. It can push us to do amazing things to protect the people we care about. Even the smallest support given out of love is incredibly valuable. After Jinwoo wakes up and becomes a player, Jinwoo starts to change. It's like he's growing up, just like we all do after big events in our lives. He gets more confident in himself and his abilities. What's admirable is that even with all these changes, Jinwoo's still the same guy at heart. He's still thoughtful, even if he doesn't show it as much as before. But he's also getting more confident, brave, and strategic in dealing with monsters and hostile hunters. That's what he needs to survive and reach his goals. But the changes we see teach us how much we can grow when we face tough times with courage, compassion, and determination. Just like Jinwoo pushed past his initial limits by working hard and learning from every opportunity. We can also go beyond what we think we're capable of and become better versions of ourselves. Yet there's something else important. Being able to control our own minds is key to making good decisions. It's not just about fighting monsters, it's about facing challenges smartly. Only by thinking clearly can we tackle obstacles and lead others safely. You know the saying, mind over matter, and Jinwoo knows that well. As we've seen, Sung Jinwoo's personality is a good mix of kindness, courage, smart thinking, and never giving up. These qualities, along with how he changes and grows as a character, make him a really interesting hero in solo leveling. Going from a weak and unsure hunter to a strong and confident fighter shows how strong he is inside, and how he can handle challenges while still being caring and kind. Jinwoo doesn't give up when things get tough, and he's always ready to protect his loved ones, even if it puts him in danger. That's why people admire him and can see a bit of themselves in him. And you know what's the best part? We can use this in our own lives right now, building up our inner strength to face tough times with courage. Only by facing challenges head-on with bravery and not giving up can we succeed, even when things seem impossible. If Jinwoo, who started out weak, never quits, then neither should we. In the end, Sung Jinwoo shows us how a character can grow through challenges without losing who they are. His story in Solo Leveling is about discovering himself, being brave, and bouncing back from tough situations. It really connects with readers and viewers because it talks about sacrifice, determination, and how people can change. His journey can inspire anyone to step out of their comfort zone and get better every day. Just like him, we all have untapped potential that we can unlock if we try. Solo Leveling challenges us to face our fears and limits, just like Jinwoo does. Discovering ourselves is a journey that never ends. There's always something new to learn. Take on the challenge, believe in yourself, and start moving towards your best self now. It's time to go solo level. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more.